Hey guys, so it is Monday, of course, I don't know why I said that, but today I am going to talk about kind of a touchy subject. It's probably not for you guys, but it's touchy for me because it's personal and I don't really like to talk about it. But I'm going to do this so I can get this out of the way, that if I do mention this in any of my future videos, you guys will know what I'm talking about. So, first of all, I am going to say that I am in my PJs because I just got home from school and I am really tired and I'm probably going to take a nap after I record this video. So, well, by the time you guys see this, I'll be out of school, but oh well. I'm going to talk about a surgery that I had. So first of all, when I was born, I had scoliosis, and at the time it wasn't that bad. Like, it was just a small curve. If you don't know what scoliosis is, it is the curvature of a spine, and basically your spine is curved. And some cases are worse than others. I've seen cases where they have multiple curves in their spine and they have to have multiple surgeries. So I've had scoliosis all of my life, but we didn't really know how bad it was until 6th grade actually. At the end of 6th grade, I was at the guidance counselor and she noticed that my shoulders were uneven, like, not even. And so she referred me to this hospital in Lexington, Kentucky. It is called Shriners Hospital for Children, and all procedures and things they do is absolutely free. We didn't have to pay anything, which is amazing because it would have costed like billions of dollars. But that particular hospital is mostly for children. Yeah. So I don't really understand because I'm 18 and I have another doctor appointment next year, so I don't know what's that. But anyways, so I had to get all kinds of x-rays done and all that stuff. So like, I had to, this is gonna sound weird, but get in a bathing suit so they can take a picture of my body, like how my body is structured, and do all kinds of blood work and heart work to see if my heart's okay and all that, which I do have a heart murmur, but that's not on the topic. And when we seen my x-rays, we didn't believe it because, I mean, I have never really got an x-ray done before, I guess, and we didn't know how bad it was. And the doctor said that I had to have surgery to correct it, and it was a very tough moment for me and my mom because, I mean, once you find out your child needs surgery, a major surgery, then that's a pretty big thing. And plus for me, because I had to do the surgery myself, like, I had to go through it. So that took a while to get through my head that I had to get it done. And so we done all kinds of x-rays and blood tests and make sure I'm updated on my vaccines and all that stuff. And I had an MRI done and all that fun stuff. And we finally, it was October 20th of 2009, I believe. I think it was 2009. And we had to, it was the day before I had to get surgery, and the procedure they did was called a spinal fusion. If you don't know what that is, it's basically they correct your scoliosis and they put metal bars and screws to straighten out your spine, and that's what I had done. But we had to go the day before so I can get my room and so they can do more tests, and they had to make sure they had to it was so funny, they glued like wires on my head so they can monitor my brain during the surgery so that they don't hit a nerve that they're not supposed to hit because they're dealing with my spinal cord. And they made sure all my other nerves working okay and all that. And so we stayed the night before, and I could not sleep at all. I did have the hospital bed. My mom did have the window seat bed, which I felt sorry for her because that was, my mom used to have hip problems, and that was before she got that all fixed. So I felt sorry for her. And then the morning of, it started 7 o'clock. I was already tired, so I already didn't need help going back to sleep when they gave me my sedative so they can put me under anesthesia. And they gave me the medicine. And I just remember laying in the bed and was like, I'm already tired. I don't really need this. And I just fell back asleep. And that's all I remember from that point. And then after the surgery was done, it took 7 hours, and I woke up and I heard this, like, I had the breathing mask on, I think that's what you would call it. And I seen the nurse and like, you can go back to sleep now. I was like, okay. So I went back to sleep, and then I woke up in the recovery room. My grandmother and my sister, my mom was there, and I just remember waking up and like I had to have the breathing mask on so I can breathe, of course. And I was like, I heard heaven is a pretty place to my mom, and that kind of freaked her out. She's like, don't say that. So and it was a pretty tough thing after surgery because, for one, you can't do anything after back surgery. And it was tough, man, because like I couldn't bend over at all because, I mean, I just had back surgery, of course. It could have ripped open the incision and could have messed up the rods and everything. And I had a terrible time walking for the first time. It was like my first time walking in my life, except skipping the crawling part. And I had to walk down the hall, and then that was terrible. And right after surgery, they took an X-ray, and I felt so sorry for the nurse lady because the medicine they gave me, I guess they gave me a little too much morphine, and I kind of threw up on her. And yeah, I didn't like that. So, but they eventually adjusted it so it wouldn't make me sick, but it would still make me feel comfortable, which I wasn't. So and then I stayed in the hospital for 6 weeks. 1 week. I don't know why I said 6 weeks. For 1 week. And in that hospital, I love that hospital so much. If I could, I would stay there all day. Their food was amazing. They had this recreation room. They had a basketball hoop with a little gym with basketballs. They had a pool table. They had a foosball table. They had a air hockey table. And they had this little room full of games like the Wii and PlayStation, Xbox, which I didn't do that because I don't like games. And it was just cool. I remember beating my mom for the first time at pool, and it's actually my first time playing pool. And I thought it was pretty darn good. And so that was pretty much my experience with the whole hospital thing. And then I went home. I couldn't go to school for 1 month, so I was homebound. And they had a teacher, kind of like a tutor, come from my school, so I can get my homework and my schoolwork done. And they came 2 days a week, and I stayed home at my grandmother's actually, and it was pretty cool not going to school for a whole month, even though I was feeling a little lonely. And then I had lots of limitations. I couldn't bend over I don't remember how long I couldn't bend over, but I couldn't bend over. And then I couldn't lift anything over 5 pounds for about 5 months maybe, and then they upped it to like 15 pounds and then 25, and then now I am able to lift, but sometimes it hurts my back because I do have a back problem. I still have that curvature. It is not as serious as as it used to be. It's just a little curve because they couldn't straighten out all the way, but it's better than it used to be. They actually told me if I didn't have the surgery done, I would have been disabled by 18. I am 18 now. I've been 18 since February, and I am actually more active than I used to be. I'm running. I'm actually exercising maybe like 3-4 times a week actually at the gym, or my exercise program, and I think that surgery actually saved me because I mean I feel sorry for everybody that is wheelchair bound, because it can be really tough. You need help using the bathroom and you know, picking stuff off the floor and all that stuff, and I actually think that it's a blessing, because I mean I don't know what I would do if I was in a wheelchair. I'll probably be really depressed, and I'll probably have suicidal thoughts because life is hard in a wheelchair, man. I've seen people who are wheelchair bound, and I feel so sorry for them. So to conclude this, I am going to say, if you do have scoliosis, or you might think you have scoliosis, I would check with your doctor or even with your school nurse, and have them get x-rays or have them do a physical exam on your back, because it can get very serious. Scoliosis isn't really a thing to joke about. I mean, being disabled isn't fun at all. So if you do, please, 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 I beg you, check with the doctor. Tell your parents if you suspect you have a curve, and if you don't, then you better praise God that you don't, because it's a terrible thing. So that's it for this video. Sorry if this is a little touchy subject for some people. It is touchy for me, and sorry if this video is a little long. I don't know how long it is, so I do apologize. So please, 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 again, please get that checked out, and I will say that I think it is hereditary, like it runs with your family, because my mom has it, my grandfather has it, my sister has it, my niece maybe has it. They haven't checked for that yet, and I have it. So it runs in the family, in my family, and of course I'm the one that gets the worst of it. So so please check out the rest of my videos and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye.